First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh.
The next question is from Zoe O, and their comment is, who is a better father figure to Grayson, Alan or Joey, and why? There's another question, but I'll read it in a minute. So, in a sense, Joey does help me take care of Grayson more than Alan does. I think Grayson does look at Joey as more of a father figure than Alan, because as it stands right now, Alan does not see Grayson very often, and it's not because I don't let him see Grayson. It is just the fact that he doesn't ask to come see Grayson, or he doesn't really want to see Grayson very often. So that is him. It's on him if Grayson's starting to grow up not knowing him. And Alan has a weird mindset, honestly, but I'm not really going to get into that. But just overall, he has a very weird mindset of how he thinks things work, when that's not really the case. But there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to sit here and beg him to be in Grayson's life. Like, if he doesn't want to try, and if he doesn't want to be in Grayson's life, well, that's completely fine. That is all up to him. I'm not going to force him to do so whatsoever. That is completely up to him. But I don't think I'm not going to sit here and say who is better. Obviously, whoever Grayson grows up thinking as a father figure to him, that's completely up to him. I'm not going to shame him for who he wants to be a father figure to him. And if he grows up wanting to know Alan, that's completely his decision, not mine. Like, obviously, I'm not going to try to keep Grayson from his father, his biological father, unless it's absolutely necessary. So the next question is from Faith62503, and their comment is, how long have you known Joey? I've known Joey for probably almost 8 months now, 8 or 9 months, which is crazy. I was probably 26 weeks pregnant when I first met him in person. I went over to Lizzie's house for the day, and I was so pregnant, and I just saw him, and we met. And back when I had just recently had met him, I was like, oh, we're never gonna go out, we're never gonna date, because Joey did have a crush on me back then, but I was with Alan, and yeah. But yeah, we've been hanging out a lot of the time for 4 to 5 months now. So I still have to straighten my hair, so while I straighten my hair, I will answer questions. But Grayson is starting to wake up, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me on that. I might have to stop recording randomly to go get him, so yeah. So the next question is from Isabel Klutz, and their question is, does Alan know about Joey, and how does he feel about it if he does? So Alan absolutely knows about Joey. He's known about Joey since we broke up. Weird thing is Alan went onto my Facebook after we broke up and went through pictures and stuff on my Facebook that I can send to myself, and he saw a picture of Joey and Grayson together that I had sent to myself to put on my computer, and he was like, oh, who is this, and all this other stuff, and I'm like, it's a friend that's been helping me out, which Joey has been helping me out. So he knows that I do like Joey, and I think in a mindset he thinks that I left him for Joey, which is not the case. I had people tell me that I was trying to replace Alan with Joey, and that it was wrong that I went ahead and broke up with Alan to go be with Joey, which isn't the case whatsoever. I left the relationship because it was really, really unhealthy, and I didn't want to be in the relationship anymore. I was emotionally drained, and I did not want my son growing up thinking that's how a relationship was supposed to go. So I got out of there for not only myself, but for also my son. Look at my weird hair. What you doing, boo? But yes, I did get out of it, not only just for me, but also for the sake of my son growing up knowing what a real good relationship is like. Not one that like was like me and Aylin's, because me and Aylin's relationship had gone downhill very badly. So, yeah. The next question is from Abby Olson. And their question is, when Grayson gets older and wants to get to know his dad, would you let him? Absolutely. The only way that I would stop Grayson from like knowing his dad or seeing Alan is if Alan makes that decision not to see Grayson anymore, or if it was a very, very dangerous and unhealthy thing. If it was unsafe for Grayson too, then that's the only time really I would stop him. But nothing like that has happened yet, so he can still know Alan if he wants to. The next question is from Natty2005, and their comment is, how many pounds does Grayson weigh now? So we just went to the doctors this week actually, and Grayson weighed 12 pounds 7.5 ounces. So he's growing, and the thing is that I asked the nurse how much he weighed last time, and she said 12 pounds 0.5 ounces. And I was like, oh great, so he gained weight. And she said, yeah, he gained a lot of weight, or like a few ounces. And I was like, that's good, right? And she goes, yeah. And then the doctor comes in, she's like, so Grayson's lost weight, this is what you gotta do. And I'm like, I just asked the nurse if he gained weight, and she told me yes. So I don't know if maybe she thought that he wasn't gaining enough weight. But the thing is that the last time we went in was like a week or two prior to when I just recently took him to the doctors. So obviously he's not going to have really gained too much weight in that time span, because one, he's just starting on baby food, so he's going to gain more poundage now because he has extra food going into him, not just a bottle. He also has oatmeal or like stage 1 baby foods. So it's gonna take a little bit for him to start gaining the poundage from that, but I don't know. So the last question is, do you want to get married? I didn't want to write down the username because I couldn't write it down all the way, so it didn't show me the complete username, so I didn't want to write down part of it. And yeah, I do want to get married, but honestly it is not a must-have on my to-do list. If I get married, I get married. If I don't, I have my son, and I'll make sure that he grows up and has a healthy and happy life. My mom is moving chairs around in the kitchen, which is going to wake Grayson up. But my main focus is Grayson, and that's always how it's going to be. Grayson will always come before any guy, no matter what, no matter how they treat me. My son will always come first. Yes, obviously I'm going to need a break from being a mom every now and again, but that is very, very rare occasions when I will leave Grayson with somebody to go out and like have a date night or something like that. Like, that is definitely few times that I will ever actually do that. So yeah, that was the end of the questions, but I'll get into some hate comments and react to some of those while I straighten my hair. Yeah, so I'm not gonna read usernames for this. I originally was, but I scribbled them all out because I just got lazy when I filmed it the first time, which I didn't like filming it the first time that I filmed it because it was really rushed, because I was trying to finish it before Joey got out of the shower, and there was a lot of hate comments to read. So yeah, so the first hate comment is, wait, why are you considering him a dad to Grayson if you aren't dating him? Way to be a good person, bringing people back and forth into his life. So first of all, I never said that I'm considering Joey as Grayson's dad. He's like a dad figure, kind of like, in an aspect in my mind, because he takes care of Grayson. He's always here. which is good. Grayson needs a guy figure in his life and all of that. But I don't understand where they're thinking I'm bringing guys back and forth into his life when literally Joey is the only other person that has been in Grayson's life day in and day out besides Aylin back when we were dating. So I don't know where she's getting that I'm bringing guys in and out of Grayson's life, which I would never ever do. I trusted Joey from the very beginning when I had him in Grayson's life. If I didn't, I wouldn't have brought him into Grayson's life, but I had trusted Joey so very much. He was so good with Grayson from the very beginning that I just knew that he was great. Like, he wasn't gonna hurt Grayson in any way, which is nice. Really, really nice. The next hate comment is, "You're a mom, you need to act like one." I get this comment a lot, honestly, because just because I'm on social media, they think that I'm not being a parent and that I'm just letting my kid wallow in its own feces and that my kid is hungrier than Rhino and dirty and all of that. But reality is, when you guys see me posting videos, he's sleeping, or I pre-film videos at night while he is sleeping, and then I post them throughout the next day into the week and stuff. Or I post privates. Like, I have so many privates that I haven't posted. But, like, people just, like, think that I sit here on my phone all day and not pay attention to my kid, which isn't the case. Like, I'm spending time with Grayson all the time. Grayson's, like, glued to my hip. I'm his mom. I have basically been, like, a single mom from the beginning, doing it on my own. Yes, I have help from Joey. Not saying that he doesn't help or anything, but I did do it on my own from the very beginning. Basically, I didn't have a lot of help, but what are we gonna do about that? Nothing we really can do. The next hate comment is, "You can't just try to replace Alan with Joey. Alan is still the father of your kid. It's not right." This comment made me laugh so hard because, one, I'm not trying to replace Alan with Joey, first of all. And apparently, in this person's mind, I'm not allowed to date anybody else other than Grayson's father, which isn't the case. If you are a parent, you know, if you're a smart parent, that's how I should have put it. If you are a smart parent, you know that if your relationship is not good with the baby's father and it is very, very bad and not healthy for you to be in, you need to get out of it. Because if you stay with that person just for the sake of your kid's going to grow up thinking that relationships work that way, and that's how they're going to treat their significant others when they start dating, which you do not want. It was very unhealthy, and I definitely do not want Grayson to grow up thinking that the way that my relationship with his father was the correct way to be in a relationship. Like, me and Alan argued a lot, and it was emotionally draining. He's trying to wake himself up. I think I'm gonna have to grab him here in a minute. Hopefully not. Hopefully, I'm hoping and praying that I can finish my hair before he gets up, because I do need to make his rice cereal before he gets up, but as it seems at the moment, I don't think that's gonna happen. Can you say good morning to the camera? Say good morning, everybody. I just woke up and I'm really tired still. I'm gonna change him and then I'll be right back. So, I'm changing him currently, but you guys can't see him. The next comment is, "You need to focus on your son, not boys." He's down here smiling. So, I also thought this comment was pretty funny because I have not talked to a single guy besides Joey since the breakup. Like, I have not flirted with any other guy or anything. Like, Joey has been the sole person that I've talked to day in and day out. So I don't know where people think that I'm worrying about boys more than my kid, because my kid's healthy. He's always glued to my hip if he's not sleeping, which is no problem at all. But even if I was talking to some guys, I can still have a dating life even with a baby. Like, okay, you're not making me putting your diaper on easy, and I don't feel like being peed on today either. I love you. I love you. Where's my smiles? I need to grab a binky. He's all changed, so let's get back to straightening my hair so that I can give this one some breakfast. So the next hate comment is, I get that you have a son and you're young, but you cannot be mean to other people. I talked about this earlier in the video. I'm not mean to people who are very nice to me. If you're nice to me, you will get my good graces back. But if you're rude to me, or sit there and try to tell me how to raise my son, no. I'm not going to be nice to you. I'm not going to give you my good graces. I'm not going to do any of that because you don't deserve it. So I don't give my happiness or my niceness to people who do not deserve it, because that's not right in my mind. Giving a hater or somebody who hates on you and tries to tell you what to do, giving them your niceness is not how the world works. If you're mean to somebody, you should treat them the way that they're treating you right back. That is where the saying, I'm going to treat you the way that you treat me, comes from, which is how I do it. I treat people the way that they treat me, which is just how I am. If you can't handle that, I'm sorry. The next hate comment is, how do you know you're not going through more than us? You don't know our lives, so quit being rude. So this was on a video where I explained why I wasn't, excuse you. This is on a video where I was explaining why me and Joey weren't dating. And if you know anything about TikTok, you know that you can only write a certain amount in a comment until it cuts you off and you have to start a new comment, which is what happened. And I told these people multiple times that continued commenting, oh, you don't know what we're going through, quit being rude and everything like that. I told everybody, go through and read all the comments in order that I wrote. And they're like, oh, we did, and you did say that. And no, I did not. I never said, never once have I ever said I was going through more than any of my fans were. Because I don't know what any of you guys are going through. I know what some of you guys are going through because people reach out to me and ask me for help and stuff, which is completely fine. I love trying to help you guys out as best as I possibly can, because I have been through what some of you have been through, and I know how hard it is, especially at some of your guys' age. I know how it feels to be in the positions that you guys are in. It's not new to me. So I know what your guys are going through, some of you. But how I stated my sentence, which I had to finish in a different comment, it says, I'm going through a lot more than what you guys know. I am going through a lot more than what you guys know. A lot of people don't know that I'm currently going through postpartum depression. I'm going through a really bad anxiety period. I'm dealing with court, which is so stressful. Trying to find a job is stressful, and it's a bunch of stuff. Trying to be the best that I can for Grayson can be stressful at times. He's sitting down here, so cute. He's got his feet curled up. What are you doing? Are you trying to wake up? He's stretching now. Mommy's almost done, and then we'll go get some breakfast. But it's stressful. And it's overwhelming. And then when I go onto social media, like Musically, to have fun during the day, I want to go on there and have fun and not deal with amounts of hate comments which is what I deal with on a daily basis. I get hundreds of hate comments every single day, and it does get to you at a certain point, especially when you've already had a rough day and you go onto your social media and you see people telling you you're a bad mom and that, oh, you should kill yourself or stuff like that. It hurts. Like, I'm sure anybody who is a YouTuber will tell you that there has been one point in their life that they have gotten hurt from a comment that has been said. I'm sure one time in their life hate has gotten to them. No doubt about it, but yeah. So this next hate comment, I'm going to talk about it, like where it came from. So these next two hate comments come from a video where Grayson was in it. He was laying on my stomach and he rolled off, and then he started to cry because he wanted his binky, or he wanted backup on my stomach, and he was upset that he fell off my stomach, like he had rolled off of me. He landed on my bed. He didn't land hard. He was probably maybe 5 inches from me to the bed because of how skinny I am. He wasn't hurt. No, he wasn't hurt whatsoever. So, yeah. So this comment is, don't laugh, get off social media and help your kid. And then the other one was, and then started wailing, wow, get off social media and be a mom. So obviously, if Grayson was severely hurt, I wouldn't have continued the musically like, oh yeah, my kid's hurt. Woo, broken leg, let's finish this musically. No, I would have been like, oh fuck, I need to get off my app and go get help for my kid. He was fine. He was whining because he didn't have a binky. Or he wasn't on me. He's down here smiling at me like a weirdo. Ow, not in my hair. But I just think it's funny how they think that Grayson was so hurt when you can clearly see my bed underneath me and I was laying in my bed. But they just wanted it to seem like I had just like beaten the crap out of Grayson and everything, which I didn't. This little chunker is my best friend. And I love him. And I'm so glad that I have him. But yes, if you guys want a part 2 for the hate comments, please let me know down below, because I do still have a whole bunch of them, and I could probably go through and get you guys a lot more, so I could definitely make a whole separate video for you guys. But we have to get going, but I definitely will show you guys at the end of this video what me and his outfits look like, so definitely stay tuned for the very end. Also, if you follow me on TikTok, I have a giveaway going on right then and there, so go look for that video through my newsfeed and enter. It's not very hard to enter. The giveaway entries end on December 15th. There will be 2 winners. One winner gets a big box with a bunch of stuff in it, including some merch, and the other winner gets some other prizes. So, go enter that. The only disclaimer I have for the giveaway is the winners probably will not get their winning boxes for a few, like probably for a month or so, because I won't have the money to get everything. I know that kind of sounds weird, but I will be getting money after Christmas. So just bear with me. I'm trying my best as a moment to get everything that he needs. So, he had a hair in his diaper. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go get him fed and get him dressed for the day. So I will check back in with you guys when me and him are all dressed and ready for the day. So I forgot to film my outfit, but I will probably end up posting pictures of Grayson. I didn't actually take any pictures this year because Grayson's teething all day, so yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh.